Have you ever watched your child walk away from you at the worst moment of your life? I'm 65 years old, and 2 months ago I buried my husband James after 41 years of marriage. The service was over, people were leaving, and I stood at the graveside unable to move, staring at the casket that held the man I'd loved since I was 23. My son Derek was beside me, or I thought he was, until I turned and saw him checking his phone. "Derek," I whispered, "I can't go home yet. I can't face that empty house. Can I come stay with you tonight? Just tonight?" He looked up from his phone with irritation in his eyes, not sympathy, and said 7 words that made me feel more alone than standing at that grave. "Mom, I have my own family now." Then he walked away, just turned and walked to his car while I stood there among the flowers and fresh dirt, watching my only child abandon me at my husband's funeral. I drove myself home to a house that echoed with 41 years of memories and cried until I couldn't breathe. What Derek didn't know, what he would find out exactly 30 days later when the lawyer called, was that his father had witnessed his coldness during those final months and had done something that would force Derek to face what kind of son he'd become. But let me tell you how we got here, so you understand how a mother can give everything to a child only to be told she no longer matters because he has his own family now, as if I stopped being his family the moment his father died. James's cancer diagnosis came 14 months before he died. Pancreatic cancer, stage 4, terminal from the start. Months, not years, the oncologist had said, and he was right. I became James's full-time caregiver, administering medications, managing his pain, helping him to the bathroom when he could no longer walk alone, watching the man I loved disappear piece by piece. Derek lived 25 minutes away with his wife Amanda and their 2 kids, 8 and 11. When I called to tell him about the diagnosis, he'd sounded concerned. "That's awful, Mom. Keep me posted." But keeping him posted became a one-way street. I'd call with updates. "Dad had a bad night. Dad can't eat anymore. Dad asked about you." And Derek's responses grew increasingly brief. "Sorry to hear that. That's tough. I'll try to visit soon." Soon never came. In 14 months of his father dying, Derek visited 4 times. 4 times. Each visit lasted under an hour. He'd sit awkwardly in our living room, make small talk about his job and the kids, avoid looking directly at his father's gaunt face, and then check his watch. "I should get going. Amanda needs help with the kids." The last time he visited, 3 weeks before James died, I pulled him aside in the kitchen. "Derek, your father is dying. Not next year, not eventually, now. He sleeps most of the day. He's confused when he's awake. If you want to say goodbye properly, you're running out of time." Derek looked uncomfortable. "Mom, I don't know what you want from me. I'm here, aren't I?" "You're here for 45 minutes every few months. Your father is dying, and you're treating it like an inconvenient dentist appointment." His face hardened. "I have responsibilities, Mom. I have a wife, kids, a job. I can't just drop everything to sit around watching Dad sleep." "He's your father. And I have my own family to take care of. Your acting like that doesn't matter." I felt something cold settle in my chest. Your own family. Do you realize how that sounds? Like we stopped being your family the moment you created a new one. He grabbed his keys. "I'm not doing this. Call me if something changes." He left. James died 18 days later, and Derek never came back. He never got to say goodbye properly because he decided his father's death was less important than his inconvenience. James died on a Tuesday morning. I called Derek, and for the first time in months, he answered on the first ring. "Mom, what happened?" "Your father died. About an hour ago. He went peacefully." Silence. Then, "Okay, I'll start making arrangements." Not, "I'm so sorry." Not, "Are you okay?" Just logistics.
He took over the funeral planning, which I appreciated because I was barely functional, but it all felt transactional. He'd call with questions. Which casket? Which flowers? How many people? But never once asked how I was handling the worst loss of my life. The funeral was on Saturday. Derek arrived with Amanda and the kids, all dressed appropriately, playing their roles. During the service, I reached for Derek's hand, and he let me hold it for maybe 30 seconds before pulling away to adjust his tie. After the burial, as people filtered away, I stood at the grave unable to move. The reality was hitting me in waves. James was gone, actually gone, and I had to go home to an empty house and figure out how to be a person instead of half of a pair. Derek appeared at my elbow. "Mom, we need to head out. Kids have school Monday, and Amanda's parents are expecting us for dinner." I turned to him, barely holding myself together. "Derek, please, I can't go home alone, not tonight. Can I come stay with you? Just for one night. I promise I won't be in the way." He looked at me like I'd asked for something unreasonable. "Mom, that's not really a good idea. Our house is chaotic, the guest room isn't set up, and honestly, you need to start adjusting to being alone. Dad's gone. That's your reality now." "Derek, I just buried your father. Your father. Can you not have 1 ounce of compassion?" His voice got sharp. "I do have compassion, but I also have responsibilities. I have my own family now, Mom. I can't just drop everything because you're sad." Because I'm sad. As if burying a husband of 41 years was equivalent to having a bad day. I stared at him, and I saw a stranger. "Go then. Go to your own family. Clearly, I'm not part of it anymore." He looked relieved. "I'll call you in a few days to check in." Then he walked away, got in his car, and drove off, leaving me standing by my husband's grave, completely alone. I went home to the house James and I had shared for 38 years. His coffee cup was still in the sink, his slippers by the bed, his smell on the pillows. I sat in his chair and sobbed until I had nothing left. Then I saw it, an envelope on the side table with my name in James's handwriting. Inside was a letter dated 1 week before he died. "My dearest Sarah, if you're reading this, I'm gone, and you're facing the hardest time of your life. I wish I could be there to hold you through it. I'm sorry I had to leave you alone. But I need to tell you something about Derek. These past months, watching him stay away, watching him treat my dying like an inconvenience he had to schedule around, I've realized something painful. We raised a son who forgot where he came from. He's built his own family and decided that means will now optional. So I've done something. I've changed my will. Derek thinks he's inheriting the house and my retirement savings, about $420,000 total. He's not. It's all yours, with instructions to do whatever makes you happy. There's a trust for his kids' education that he can't touch. For Derek himself, nothing. The lawyer will inform him 30 days after my death. I'm not doing this to be cruel. I'm doing this because maybe, just maybe, when he realizes what he's lost, he'll understand what he threw away. I love you. Build a beautiful life without me. James.
Exactly 30 days after James died, Derek got a call from the lawyer requesting a meeting. He called me, sounding annoyed. "Do you know what this is about? I'm busy this week." "It's the will reading. Just go, Derek." At the lawyer's office, Derek sat confidently, probably already planning how to spend his inheritance. Then the lawyer read James's will. Everything to me. The house, the savings, the investments. For Derek, only an education trust for his kids that he couldn't access. Nothing else. Derek's face went from confident to shocked to angry. "That can't be right. I'm his son. You don't cut out your son." The lawyer handed him James's letter. Derek read it, and I watched his face change as his father's words hit him. The letter detailed every missed visit, every excuse, every time Derek chose convenience over his dying father. It ended with, "You said you have your own family now. I hope they give you what you refuse to give us: presence, care, love. You've earned exactly what I'm leaving you: nothing." Derek looked at me, his voice shaking. "Mom, this is Dad being vindictive. You'll fix this, right? You'll give me my share?" I thought about standing alone at that grave. I thought about 14 months of caring for James while Derek stayed away. "No, Derek, your father was right. You do have your own family now, so go take care of them. I'll take care of myself." That was 6 weeks ago. Derek has called twice, both times asking if I've reconsidered, never asking how I'm doing, never apologizing for abandoning me. Last week, I put the house on the market. I'm buying a small condo in Florida, starting the life James told me to build. Derek will get nothing because he gave nothing, and somewhere I think James is satisfied that his son finally learned what your own family really costs when you forget your first one. Has your child told you they have their own family now as an excuse to abandon you? Have they treated your grief like an inconvenience they can't be bothered with? Share your story. Follow for advice on dealing with children who forgot you exist once they built their own lives. Remember, you don't owe them anything just because you raised them. They owe you the respect and care you showed them. If they won't give it, they've earned the consequences.